Hey friends, I wanted to share with you some real estate scams that are going on that you should be aware of in case you or your family or friends are involved in any of these situations. The wire transfer scam. So this scam is when people are involved in a real estate transaction, purchasing a house, land, etc., and they get an email telling them where to wire the funds for closing to. And unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that is going on with real estate is all public information because the internet shares everything. In addition to that, people can have the ability to hack into other people's email too, so they're targeting title companies, lawyers, and even looking for people who are possibly involved in real estate transactions. So the way this plays out is shortly before closing, you get this email saying, hey, here's where to wire the funds from. The email looks like it came from whoever is closing you, whether it's a title company or a lawyer. Come time to close, you wire the money over and you find out that wasn't who you're supposed to wire it to. Simple solution for this: never wire any funds until you confirm verbally. You actually call the company that you're working with to confirm. And this has been going on for a little while, so most title companies and lawyers are on high alert for this. In fact, I have seen some companies that have said, for now, we're not accepting wire transfers. Please bring a cashier's check for closing. The land scam. This involves a vacant piece of land that is put up for sale, but unfortunately the person who puts it up for sale is not the actual owner. So typically this is going to be people who own land in an area they're not near, and but sometimes they may be local too and just not be aware. And somebody finds vacant pieces of land, poses as that person, finds an agent to sell it for them. I don't know what kind of documents they may have to fake to kind of prove to be that person, and then they actually sell the land. This has happened where the land has actually been transferred to a new buyer, and then come to find out that buyer bought it from somebody who's not the actual seller. So then the buyer's in trouble and the seller's in trouble. And we've gotten a bunch of emails about this from both the North Carolina and the Virginia multiple listing services, warning of this because it's become so prevalent. So that is something, and not all of us have land sitting around, but if you or somebody have land sitting around, just something to kind of be on high alert for and make sure there's nothing going, that the land is still in your name and there's no issues there. The rental scam. This is something I have seen happen. What happens is somebody takes a active listing, that a house that's for sale, and then creates a duplicate listing of it for rent, puts a lower rental, lower than normal rental price on it normally, and then ask people for deposits prior to being able to meet out there to show the house, saying, some excuse, I'm out of town, something like this. If you want to secure it, you need to send me this deposit. I had a listing at the oceanfront, and somebody called me up one day and just said, hey, I'm out here in front of the house that's for rent. And I had to explain to them that house is not for rent and somebody is trying to scam you. And this was several years ago, still going on, and all these things go on because it makes money, and especially people can do this from other countries and get money wired to them, and the value of the money there is a lot more than it is here, so therefore even if it just works occasionally, it's still a big reward for doing this. That, and then I've seen one kind of reverse of this where somebody took advantage of somebody renting out a property. This one I wasn't really involved in, but I know the gentleman, and he actually told me the story where he had put his place up for rent. Somebody reached out saying they were from England, so they're obviously not able to see the house but wanted to secure it, so they're going to send him over the funds. I believe they mailed a check. Then they said they were going to add some money because they needed to send some money over to get somebody for some furniture. So, hey, we're going to send you this extra money if you can just write a check out to this other person for the furniture so they can take care of setting up the house for us. And he did that, and then come to find out their check was no good, his check was good, and the person who he sent the money to could no longer be found, so that money just disappears. Now it's unfortunate that there are people out there who have a full-time job of just trying to take advantage of these situations, but it is. So we need to be, on high alert anytime we're doing any transactions with real estate, because there's so much information out there online that is easy for somebody to pose as a valid person and then get the money and run. Well, I'm Mike Arlen, Speak Realty. If there's anything I can do to help you buy or sell a home, help your friends and family, or if you have a property that you are looking for management, I also manage rental properties through Virginia's Best Home Rentals.